Hey guys, seeing with my house bidding you welcome. Let me zoom the camera back a bit so you get my full sexy body in frame. Welcome to the new 15-minute edition of Pickups. Why 15 minutes? Because for anyone who doesn't know, I received a copyright strike and I can't upload any videos over 15 minutes. So it's a new thing for me. I have a bunch of pickups, so if I'm going through them a little quickly, that's why. And I'll try and get all of the stories for all of these out there. Those aren't part of this video. Alright, so about a week ago, actually before I uploaded my other video, I saved stuff. I don't include stuff in other videos so I can save them for videos in the future, just so you have something to come back to. And me and a friend were going around the local Indooroopilly area. I stopped at my favorite cash converters, which ended up yielding all of these. But before then, I went to a local JB Hi-Fi, which is literally like a minute's walk away. It's the next building over. And it's weird. They have one location next to cash converters, and then they have another location maybe 200 meters away in a shopping center, so I like to joke about that with the people inside. And they seem cool about it. They know how silly it is. I can't imagine they're making much money that way. I don't know. Maybe it's like in the city how you have a 7-Eleven on every street. And they each make money for that street. Damn it. It's hard to hold these, but I don't usually buy stuff while I'm in there. I've only been going in lately to try and find $1 games, which, if you watch my last video, you see that I got a bunch of games for only $1 each in there, which was really, really good, but at this point they seem to have sold out of them. But I did find something else. I found the complete collection of Roger Ramjet. Over 140 episodes, 12 freaking hours of this guy for only $10. And that's awesome. I don't know if anyone used to watch this show, but I did. I remember it briefly running on ABC in the very early 2000s. I'm not really sure why, because I believe this is from the 70s or something. It's old, like, this was out when, well, Rocky and Bullwinkle was popular, so I always just assumed this was part of the Rocky and Bullwinkle lineup, to be honest, because it has the same kind of animation style, but it's not. It has 4 discs. Unfortunately, it's not very well made, but it was cheap, so. And it was released by that company right there, Beyond Home Entertainment, which have been putting out some really good older shows that are just not on DVD, so that's cool to get. I will enjoy watching that. And now to cash converters. It seems they restock once every few weeks, and that's when I go in and spend the most money, if the stuff isn't already picked through. By sheer luck, I tend to get in before everything gets picked through, so yeah. While I was in there, the first thing I saw were these 2 original Xbox games. I didn't have them, and one of them was on my list to get. I run by a list for the original Xbox. I don't have a whole lot of games I'm looking for the console, so after these 2, there's only 2 left. I need to find Call of Cthulhu and Conker's Live and Reloaded. If anyone has copies of those, get in contact. But I found a copy of The House of the Dead 3, which I've been looking for a while. And I know someone who has some guns for the original Xbox, so next time I see him, I'll have to con him out of them. It was only $3. Good deal, but it doesn't have a manual. Not too fussed though, because it's a good game. Really good. I was playing it before, and I didn't get too far in. I was playing for around 45 minutes before I eventually snuffed it. But fun. Very fun. And one that I've always been interested in, Death Row. Kind of like Speedball for the Sega Master System, except in 3D. It was also $3, and it has no manual. And I grabbed this one because it was only on Xbox. I'm casually looking for all of those, but I'm not really fussed if I don't find them all. And then, next to the Xbox section, which seems to be dwindling. Not too many original Xbox games left on those shelves. Maybe someone's coming in and grabbing them. Ooh! Grub Gun. I found you a copy of Playboy the Mansion for the original Xbox. Message me if you're still looking for one. It's a PAL copy, so I have no idea if it works on your system. But they had a bunch of PlayStation 2 and only one new PlayStation 1 game, which was Gran Turismo 2 for $2. Probably all it's worth, and I have multiple copies of this. If anyone's looking for it, just tell me. But this was in really nice shape. It comes completely complete. And I have trouble passing up complete PlayStation 1 games for only $2, so even if they're ones I don't really care about. Which isn't to say Gran Turismo isn't a good game. It's a good series. I just never got into them. And the reason why this video is called Stealing Some Kid's Childhood. A large majority of these PlayStation 2 games came from the same person. Some kid named Aiden, or Aiden, depending on how you want to pronounce it. And it has his name and a little message written in almost every single one of these, so that's the main reason I bought them. We have Crazy Frog Racer, which has the message, Happy Birthday Aiden, always, Nanny and Poppy, 2012. And I've actually been looking for a copy of Crazy Frog Racer for a few years. It's a game that I've never wanted to pay more than a few bucks for. So good to get that. Top Gun for $2. Originally $12.99, which is interesting. To Aiden. Hund Poppy. Oh, Hund must be his last name. I can now look up this kid and tell him I've got his games. Army Men Green Rogue. Once again, $2. This also has a message in it. End of Easter school holidays. Not sure how well that's coming up. Taz Wanted, which has... Yeah? Alright. I'll be back in a sec. And if you're wondering where I'm getting the money to do these, that was why. I got a call from a friend of mine. We're doing a job together. Just doing like a junk mail route. But it's fairly good money. I got like $90 for it last week, which is pretty good because that all just goes back into games, so secret of my house is in employment. But this one is probably the best of the messages. It's Taz Wanted, and it says, bought at EB Games with Rocky Friday for $4. Bargain! And Aiden, please be good at school. Bribe. So this Aiden kid, he must have been a little bit of a shithead if they had to bribe him with video games. And I remember the EB Game sales of 2012. They were knocking PlayStation 2 games out for super cheap. Whew. But that's probably my favorite message. But there's more. There's more. Did this one have a message in it? Not all of them did. Same handwriting, just the date. And it is for a awful, awful game. Tomb Raider, The Angel of Darkness. I played this when it came out. Abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. This one has a story to it, so I'll tell that later. I don't think this one had anything on it. No. Just one I didn't have in the collection. Hard Rock Casino for $2. I enjoy poker games. They're one of the few kind of sports games I enjoy, if you consider gambling to be a sport. And TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, released with the movie, I believe. So, 2007, yep, that's when the movie came out. Ooh, this is another long one. Friday, 24th, to my sexy son, Aiden. His family was messed. Bought with love. The day your new TR started at Bursty. I don't know what TR means. Your third TR for you this year, you poor thing. You behaved, I'm so proud, babe. Smiley face. So, this Aiden kid must have been a little shithead if they had to give him games for being good, you know. If I was good as a kid, I never got stuff like this. I never even got told good job. If I got a video game every time I behaved, that would have been awesome, but it's just funny seeing all of these messages from this kid that I'll probably never meet in my life. But I have his name, so I'm going to Facebook stalk the crap out of this person. See if I can somehow find this person. This one also has a message in it. It is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Smash Up. This was released in 2009. So a PlayStation 2 game from 2009. That's pretty amazing. And this has the message: beginning of April 2012, start of Easter holidays. And this looks fairly decent. It looks like a Smash Brothers clone. So it should be fun to play. This one also has a message in it. Beginning of April 2012, start of Easter holidays. And this is a game called Gift. I've never seen or heard of this game in my life, but it looks awful. Looks awful, and it's from a company called Wanadu, so I have played a game from them before. I believe Trixie and Toyland was made by them, but I'm not sure. But looks awful. It says it's a game, a 3D platformer that parodies other video games, so should be great. Should be great. But for $2 each, I had to add all of those to the collection. Will I play a lot of them? Probably not, but they're cool to have. I'll definitely be playing Top Gun, Taz, the Ninja Turtle games. I'll be playing those. They look fun. And then is this the last thing already? It is indeed. The last thing I found, I was in an EB Games just kind of talking with the people in the store. Like, the people at the front counter, we have a chat whenever I go in. You know, how's your day? Oh, it's good. Looking forward to any new games? Yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah, I've heard it's good. Stuff like that. And I spied on the counter behind them a PlayStation 2 game, and I asked them, what's that doing here? They don't take them anymore. And they said that someone brought it in and they couldn't take it for trade, so they just gave it to them to bin the thing. So some people are already throwing away PlayStation 2 games, so that sucks. To think that maybe something good is being thrown out. And I asked the guy, can I have it? I collect these kind of things. And I showed him what was in my bag, all of those games, and he says, how about you put down a pre-order and I'll give it to you? And I'm like, come on, mate. Haven't I pre-ordered enough with this damn company? I mean, I have like 4 things on pre-order completely paid off already this year, so after he heard that, it's like, oh yeah, just take it, I guess. And he gave me a game that I don't actually have and have been looking for. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, for free. Try going down to your local EB Games or GameStop or wherever and bug the shit out of them. You might get free stuff like this. So that's very cool. Probably the pickup of the week because it was free. And it's not complete. And it's not from the Aiden kid, so I know he wasn't the one trading them in. And the disc on this one is in... it's alright. It's not awful, it's not great. It'll play. But if you haven't played these, they are really fun. This one and the Two Towers, I believe it was, the second one, are really good hack and slash arcade type games. So if you haven't played them on the PlayStation 2 or original Xbox, give them a shot. They're really fun. And that is everything. This is Sig of my house bidding you farewell, and stay the hell out of my thrift stores. Video games go there, not cats. Come on, get up, eat. Of course. Can't win.